welcome back to my YouTube. Okay, I am Melanin Lightworker. Today we're just gonna do a record and react and kind of decode or emphasize type of video. You can say it's a reaction video, I guess. Bobby Hemmitt. Okay, Bobby Hemmitt exposing the hidden truth beyond the physical world. Okay, so we're gonna be trying to, open up that third eye. Okay, trying to open it up for you. Okay, trying to help you out, put some pieces together. Okay, I haven't looked at this one yet. This is from Starman Media. Go ahead and follow. And let's go ahead and jump into it. Shit.
Peace, family. In this rare lecture, Bobby Hemmitt challenges us to think beyond the mundane, everyday reality. He dives deep into the unseen realms, spiritual symbolism, and ancient knowledge that pushes the mind past surface-level distractions. Get ready to expand your consciousness and tap into the hidden forces that shape our world. Let's tap in.
So the brother literally took himself out, and I was glad that he killed himself. See, you don't get into that, because because we are on the survival thing. Everything is based on live at any cost. No, living ain't shit. That's that old Christian mentality. Oh, I'm just glad I woke up this morning. Well, a goddamn dog just woke up this morning. How you know there's God? He woke you up this morning. Hell, a fucking rat woke up this morning. That don't mean shit. But at what level? What capacity? You see what I'm saying?
What kind of like downloaded to me when he said that, like, woke up this morning, and he like, what capacity? So, okay, are you elevating each day that you wake up? Okay, are you on your mission every day that you wake up? Are you committed? Okay, what level are you on? Because your commitment, your consistency, it reflects. And like, cause I have to study myself daily. Like, okay, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. Especially when it comes to this YouTube and my spiritual journey. When it comes to content creating, so I can definitely relate to this. So it's like, are you committed to your path? Are you committed to your spiritual journey when it pertains to helping others, or even just helping yourself? Like, you don't have to be a content creator. You can help people along the way just by working a 9 to 5 and talking to people that come in. If you have customers or clients or whatever the case may be, you don't have to be this TikTok star, this Facebook star. You don't have to be, okay? But if that's what you want, you are able to make that happen with consistency, imagination, shit seeping into your subconscious mind, and repetitiveness. Okay, like you said, what capacity are you woke?
So based on the capacity, you understand what I'm saying? The right thing to do was to take yourself out, for the simple fact that this ain't shit. And for the mere fact that he did that is letting you know that it's a doggone gesture, that this shit is over. He's only going where we going anyway. You understand what I'm saying? And you got to start thinking that particular mentality and stop valuing life as so precious. Fuck the dumb shit. You understand what I'm saying? You grasping for straws, Russian roulette, spin the fucking bottle. You understand what I'm saying? This is nothing. This is over with. And for the mere fact that life is tedious and repetitious, and you got to invent up new ways to even enjoy yourself.
But when he said repetitious, I swear to God, I was thinking about that shit yesterday. I was like, damn, because my 6th house is in Scorpio. And six house is everyday things. It's your work environment. It's your open enemies. Or hidden, open to enemy. I would say open and hidden enemies, but it's your enemy territory, and it's also your health, your wealth type shit. Health, wealth, because this is the powerhouse when you have to keep going. You have to keep going every day. It's unavoidable, unless you're on the other side. But it's unavoidable. It's like, damn, I got to figure out what the fuck else to do to keep me excited, because I'm also a Gemini rising, so I get bored, and my Venus is in Gemini as well, so I get bored very easily, and I had to honor that. I was like, okay, you get bored easily. Okay, I do so many things. First off, okay, I'm on Facebook with it. I'm a hygienist. Also, I like to write. I write books, and it's just so much I do. And also, I had to understand, like, this is also 6th house is also organization. Okay, so I have to be more organized when I'm doing certain things. Sorry, y'all, somebody text me. But I have to be more organized as well. Okay, so I can do all these things and also pick up new things if I just put my mind to it. You feel me? Or if I just really focus, because Scorpio energy is about constant. Even though it's fixed energy, it's about constant change, constant transformation when it comes in the sixth house. It's about constant change and constant transformation because it's unavoidable. You feel me? So in life in general, it's unavoidable. You have to change. You have to do different things if you want to feel, you know, I won't say relieved, but if you want to feel, you know, you want to feel good, you know, you want to feel like you're living for real or living for a purpose.
Drugs to take yourself out of this, it means that the earth plane is gone. In the story, you understand what I'm saying? And you should be looking at that every day. Every day you wake up, you go, well, it's another damn day. I gotta invent something new. You understand? To drug myself out about this poisonous bullshit down here. You see what I'm saying? And it's even like that in the scriptures. In the Gospel of Thomas, the one that they took out of the Bible, said, if for those people seeking, may you find, and when you find, you should be distraught and disturbed when you find knowledge based on the world around you. But if you are disturbed, start rejoicing because the kingdom is at hand. You see what I'm saying? But it's...
What are you trying to say? Like, not disturbed in a scared type of way, but disturbed as in like your soul, your spirit, you know, your whole essence is kind of like taken aback. You know, you kind of like waking up like, what the fuck is this? You feel me? It's something that you didn't think existed, or you're just, you know, you're just mind blown by the shit. That's what he mean by disturbed. You don't have to, I mean, some shit do get a little creepy though. Some shit do get creepy on this spiritual journey, or on, you know, it just, that's the shit that happens around this bit. You feel me? So, when he said disturbed, he's not really talking about as in like getting scared out of your mind, but more so like being awakened in a sense that, oh, wait a minute, I believe this, but then this is going on. Yeah, that type of shit.
Saying that all this, when your eyes are open, you see the bullshit for what it is. And you shouldn't enjoy this particular stuff and say everything gonna be all right. These drug things. You see what I'm saying? And it's a beautiful day. What makes it a damn beautiful day? You understand what I'm saying? When your people can't even enjoy shit.
But my point here is we can't go back. So the whole revolutionary movement to take us back to our own aspect of civilization is bullshit, because we didn't start out in civilization. We started out from a divine realm, and this is what all the actual spirituality and all of the texts talk about. So for the mere fact that I want to know why Farrakhan is doing a Million Family March. For what? For what reason? I mean, what is the concept of these marches? Of not just Farrakhan, anybody. What is the concept? You see what I'm saying? But confusion. So any form of this particular transmutation is you cannot accept going back. You see. So therefore, anything that is remotely resembles common sense, logic, rationale, throw that motherfucker out the door. We have to tackle and go with extreme madness, because that's what we are. Extremely mad. And there is something in that. When you tap into that madness, you start to grow.
And I'm like, wait a minute, well, I'm not talking.
Madness. I believe it was Janae Aiko. She made a comment about, it was in one of her songs. You kind of got to go crazy to heal, or something like that. That's not exactly what it is. If I could find a lyric, I'll put it on the screen somewhere. But it was like something about going crazy and heal. Let me see, because I know I got the fucking song. Janae, what song is it? It was on Chilombo. I know that for a fact. Damn, I can't remember the song. I can't remember the song, y'all. I'm gonna let it play and I'm see if I can find it.
Talking to our people. I'm talking to the people in this room. There's a difference. Our people don't want to hear shit. There is no black nation. There is no black unity. There is only a remnant. Like all ancient scriptures, the parts that was left in that was telling the truth says there will only be a remnant. You see what I'm saying? The upper room, a remnant, an aftermath. And that's the only thing that we are concerned about. We're not talking about the masses. That's one thing we have to get this at this particular time. It has nothing to do with the masses. It has nothing to do with the revolution and the evolution of the race. That's gone. This has to do with the evolution of the entire universe. In this particular case, the redoing of the entire universe, or the overhauling of the entire universe. And that is left to the people that this particular information is given to at this particular time. It's like one sister from Ethiopia say, what you are talking about is alien to our people, because when these people get up every morning, they have to think of survival. How am I going to eat? And it's not with us like, how I'm going to get to the supermarket. Am I going to get a ride to the supermarket? No, it's how am I going to get some food in whatever kind of ration is out there for me. So you're talking about a people that for you to even talk on the concept of advanced metaphysics is so alien to them, because their concept of survival is at such a level. The survival mode is so high until they don't have time to ponder the philosophical origins of that metaphysical construct.
First off, I'm gonna say this first because I just picked up on that, and I swear, y'all, it was the reason why I picked this video, because I was just saying to myself, okay, baby, it's time to like elevate. I know when it's time to elevate. I know it's time to feed myself knowledge excessively to elevate mentally and spiritually and consciously. So I was like, okay, you need to get your schedule. You need to do this. You need to stay off that. You need to fast from this. You need to do this in order to, consciously be more aware of whatever it is I need to study. Okay. So basically we have so many distractions right here in the physical world. We don't even know what our soul needs because we're so wrapped up in what society wants, what society needs, what society dislikes, and what society likes. Okay. We're so wrapped up in this physical world that we can't even elevate our soul. Okay. We can't even be happy. We can't even become better, because we're so locked in with what the world believes. Most people are aligned with what the world believes. They don't have a mind of their own. That's why we're trapped on this physical shit. Okay? That's why we're trapped. Okay? And I understand, like, we have responsibilities and shit like this, and it's hard to elevate and shit like that, but you have to be committed to it. You feel me? In some way, shape, or form. And everybody doesn't do the same thing to be committed to their soul or their soul's growth type shit. Some people do astrology, strictly astrology. Some people do tarot readings. Some people do oracle readings. Some people do divination and scrying and stuff like that. Some people do past life regressions. It's Reiki. People do different shit to unblock their ignorance. Well, not unblock their ignorance, to shatter their ignorance and unblock their ancient knowledge within themselves that they already know about. Okay. Also, I found the lyric from, it said it was Ways. It wasn't Chilumbo. It wasn't on Chilumbo. What was Ways? What was Ways on then? Oh, it was on Sold Out. Okay, my bad. It was like, you've got to lose your mind to find your peace of mind. So you have to let go of the artificial shit to see the real shit. Okay? This physical world is artificial. Y'all, this shit is lining like a motherfucker, because I was at the store and I was getting some waters and shit. I drink spring water. You should try it too. Just spring water. Alkaline shit, they just be putting shit in there and just selling it to you at a higher price. That's all. Get you some fucking spring water. Get you some motherfucking clove. Drink some clove water here and there. Every day you can do like some chlorophyll. It's good for the body. Kind of get out the some type of toxins and odor. Good for odor. Body odor. But and skin. Also what else want to say? Anyways, yeah. You got to look beyond this world. That's the whole concept of this shit right here. Because what's going on is like we're so sucked into this reality that we not awakening ourselves, and we're not even really like paying attention to the shit that's going on behind the scenes. Everything look a certain way, but how do you feel about it? Because sometimes our intuition is telling us that some fuck shit going on.
They are so busy. So the whole concept of them will be aliens. You see, even if you go to the bush, or even if you would go to the person in the modern cities, the concept of survival is so alien. So we're only still talking about a select people. And we're not just talking about Africa. We're talking about here in America. And that's the reason why we can't reach the people, because we didn't understand that what the sister said in Africa holds true for right here in America. The concept of survival. Even if you're not even talking about the underclass, even if this thing permeates all the way to the upper echelon. Whereas a person with a master's degree can say, how is that going to put food on my table? So they never get out of the survival mode.
Nope.
Even if you got 10 Lexuses. You see, they never get out of survival mode. The whole concept, we're talking about people that never graduate beyond the survival mode.
And that's exactly what I was just saying. Motherfuckers just stuck in the physical realm, the materialistic realm. What you see when you ride down the street, or that you look on the news, not in the news, but on social media, what do you see? A whole bunch of people living lavish. They got bands to their ears. They got the bracelets. They rapping. They doing this. They doing that. They on TV. They got social media followers and shit like that. This is all a fucking trick. It's a facade, because half the time that what these people be preaching, you know, is false hope, and this false hope gets views. Okay. Only hope that you have is to cling to source. And you are source. You're a part of source. You're a part of this universe. You're a piece of God. So you have to ignite and understand and learn the essence of God in your own way. Just because Bobby say do it this way don't mean do it. Just because I say do it this way don't mean do it. You can try to get tidbits and start doing it my way, but then you might veer off and start doing it your own way, and then you get deeper into your studies, or this happened to you, because everybody different, but we all the same. You feel what I'm saying? Because we all a piece of source, piece of God. You feel me? Essence of God. We are God. We just have to unlock our God-like energy. You feel me? Our source energy, our true divine energy that's connected to God, because we are all in this big ass ocean of God. Okay, so therefore, if we not unlocking the essence of God within us, we gonna stay stuck in this survival mode. Okay, and if we not locked in with what our spirit guides on the other side, what people on the other side have been telling us, or trying to get to us, the visions that they give us, the feelings that they give us, intuition, you know, clairvoyance, clairsentience, you know, all the clairs. If you're not locked in with all these things coming your way you know what I'm saying, you're gonna stay in that survival mode. You're gonna stay living paycheck to paycheck. You're gonna stay. Because I done did this shit before. I done been here, okay? I'm doing way better than what I used to be. You feel me? I done been in this bind before on this spiritual journey. So it's like, I'll encourage y'all to, you know, lock in. If you really want to be on this spiritual journey, if you really want better for yourself, for your kids, for your lineage, or whatever your reason may be, to get money, to be prosperous, break financial norms from your lineage or whatever, and become a millionaire. It don't fucking matter what it is. You have to be locked in. Okay? And most of the time you get to these goals when you are spiritually aligned, and you learn how to use your imagination, and you learn how to use your natural abilities, and then life is just, it's better at that point. You know, it's a process. Every day ain't gonna be sunshine, okay? But you know, it's a process.
You see, that's why you got more white people that can grasp this, because they are the people that set the standard for survival, and they done taken over the planet. They got time to do other shit than survive.
What did I just say? This is all a facade. It's a trick. Who runs the major networks when it comes to social media? Okay? And I'm not against, you know, because they still us. They just a different type of us. You know, put together. 707. Listen. Spiritually, they know our ish. They know this ish. And that's the reason why we are in the matrix, as we will say, because they want us in a stressful level. They want us in a panic state, a fearful state, because that's lower. That you're not thinking higher. Okay, you're thinking that these people are the gods or people that are in control because they want to. Think about slavery. They had us low. You know what I'm saying? Not just us, it's other races too, but in general, slavery. Think of slavery. They want you lower than them. They want you to be have the knowledge of a fucking peanut or some shit. You feel what I'm saying? They don't want you to be expansive mentally. They don't want you to be connected to God. They don't want you to know who you are. They don't want you to awaken and be healthy and wake up with joy in your heart because you know that you know some shit that they know, and now you can make the money they make. You can do what they do. You can do it better because they know you can do it better. You feel me? Because that is your birthright. Okay. Let me show y'all some shit from earlier, and it kind of pissed me off because they there's some shit going on. Okay, so I like this one though. I like this one. Let me pull it up. So I was just gonna say about the little plantation that had burnt down today. That shit happened today, and then we also got this shit happened in my city today, and I just looked at it like y'all trying y'all hardest to like just produce some type of fear. Like I look through this stuff because it's like, dude, why is that a robot with all those freaking state troopers? Why are you way over here in Bainbridge anyway? What? Come on, be for real.
But these are psychological ramifications why we now see why our people, after 10 years of hearing all this profound knowledge, can't get it. Because we're stuck in a survival existence. We're talking about survival creatures. We're talking about a disease or a way of life that doesn't allow anything other than that. So any philosophical thing is like Chinese or Martian Braille. You see, it's the whole grasp of it. Or such a thing that's the fantasy world. And even in the Sufi mysteries, they say the entire aspect is the realm of imagination. The realm of imagination is real. It is the only reality there is. That's why this reality is only based on survival.
Yeah, we on the playing field for real.
And that's what the white boy says. It was even in the movie X-File movie. The guy said, survival is the ultimate form of theology. Survival is the ultimate form of theology. And he has us on that survival mode. That is the only form of theology. You see. So, we're not talking about the mass of people. We're talking about a people that at least can get their mind free for the amount of hours we got up in this shit. You see what I'm saying? And that's the problem right there. We still, and to this day, the Afrocentric movement of 10 years ago based their premise on Up You Mighty Race, which was basing the premise of another movement 20 years prior to that, about 30 years now, your whole civil rights movement. A political movement to get enough people functioning in just this society. But this has nothing to do with that. But when you say through God all things are possible, that's when things get vague, get broad. You understand what I'm saying? Unapproachable. And although these are cliches that we use to get by in everyday life, these cliches diminish things. Because they diminish the human ability to tap into the universe, the omniverse, or whatever you call God. You are actually cut off from it.
Oh.
Just by giving all.
I understand that because, like I was saying earlier, damn, he kind of put me up with that one. That makes sense though, cause it's like we're calling on something outside of us when it's already us or inside of us internally. So that's why it diminishes it. We don't know our own strength. We don't know our own power. So, you are God. You have God's power. God gave you the power to do whatever do, and we have to awaken to that. So that makes sense that like we would like kind of like diminish that shit a little bit because of just because we lack the knowledge or the awareness of what we say and some of the subconscious things that were trained through Christianity or any religion at that point. To it's still a block. It's still a blockage when it comes to that religion thing, because that obstacle may be thrown out, and then next thing you know, you on your knees, praying to a God in a picture frame,
To tap into the universe, the omniverse, or whatever you call God, you are actually cut off from it. Just by giving all the power over to a deity outside of yourself.
There you go.
When the only bridge to the deity is through yourself. And if the deity is the one that has all the power, the omnipotent God, well, why the hell he fucking around with you and blaming you for stuff down here that's gonna chastise you from stuff when he got all the power in the first place?
Period.
You see what I'm saying? So my point here is we live in a society where we are codependent.
Codependency.
On the government. And on some spook aspect of God where science or us not really knowing, not getting to the root of the matter, does not manifest. So in so many words, the reason why we never figure out the telephone is that way because we're trained not to. You see, we're trained not to. Or if we figure out that the telephone is that way, subconsciously we think that in actuality only the European can do that. You see what I'm saying? Only the European can do that. And then, if the ones that say, well, we know it's not the European, the first thing they say is God that's doing all of this. In so many words, there's still an unapproachable method where you're not responsible for tapping into your own energies. Now don't get me wrong, the white boy has already figured this out. He figured out if it's going to get done, I'm going to do it. You see what I'm saying?
That's called willpower and self-determination, self-motivation. Okay, and that's what a lot of people lack. I'm going to go ahead and say it in the black community. A lot of people lack that. I've lacked that before. I've been binded by society to think only one profession can heal my life or something like that, or something. You know what I'm saying? Like stop this and stop that. But then I got awakened and I'm like, okay, I love this profession and I can still do this. I know I can do that. But it's something greater out there that I'm supposed to be doing. You feel me? And sometimes we get so locked in with the physical and things that society pushes on us when it comes to careers, when it comes to how to live, how to, train your kids, how to, it's a law that if your kid don't go to school, you get locked up. Like, what the fuck? Like, I think it's like, like 10 days out of school or something like that without an excuse type shit. Your kid can get locked up. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? This is weird. This place we're in is weird. It's weird. But I never let it kind of sway me away from like knowing that, okay, I still have a mission. I still have God within me. I still have shit I have to accomplish. Now I have to lock in on me and my kids. So that makes me, more, I ain't gonna lie, it make me a little more anxious. Sometimes, this shit is stressful. This ain't no walk in the park. This ain't no Disney movie. This spiritual journey is very stressful. If you are really on this spiritual journey, you're healing yourself, healing others, or even if you're just healing yourself, it's already stressful. But if you're also healing yourself while healing others and playing out your mission, baby, that shit is stressful. This is not no yellow brick road, baby. We ain't skip hopping and all this other. We'll probably hop or something here and there for enjoy, because we done finally leveled up to something else. But other than that, this is real. This is real. This here fake. This here is real. The realest thing you can do is level up spiritually. Okay, change your life, change your mind, reprogram your mind. Even if you ain't even on like spiritual stuff like this, if you can reprogram your mind, you can change your world. And that's the hardest thing, because we have so many years of bull mess in our mind from what our families taught us, what they were taught, and what they were taught, and then what they were taught, and that junk trickles down. That's why certain people in certain families that have to play this part out and help people awaken. Because most of the time, it's not even your family that you're awakening, because they be so jealous or they in Christianity so deep, or they think you weird, or whatever the case may be. Most of the time, that's just how this shit go. This shit weird. People weird. Hell.
I'm saying he worships God better than us. And what I mean by that, we always say, the white boy don't worship no God. No, the white boy figured it out. The white boy figured out that the only kind of energy you got to utilize in this universe is the energy that you put together and take advantage of. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? So he's not sitting around with the theology of worshiping God just by thanking God for everything and saying that's spiritual. He's doing God and being God.
Yeah. Output
by figuring that, by knowing that if it's going to get done, the universe has already given me the tools to do it.
All right.
And I can manipulate it, I can do it.
Alchemy.
Problem is we take all of our energy and put it on something else outside of us.
A matter of recognizing it, and we can't.
And shout out to Starman Media. I've been subscribed to him for a minute, but I never noticed how he did his videos. I see what you're doing. I love it. Love it. Go follow. Go subscribe.
Recognize it through other deities as far as giving them the power. When their power is in the book of the law, it says, had it, which is the same black dot. He said, do not worship me. I am the worshiper. The others will be known in the physical realm. I never. So you're never going to see me as long as the physical realm exists. So therefore, become me, basically, in so many words. The only link you have is not an entity on the outside. It is, they say, the gods of men are fools. It is the inside. And that's what Newt ordained us. So that a millennium blackness is, in so many words, it's what I've been talking about all the time now, but it's also honing in to say, at this particular time, I don't think the major events that everybody's looking for, that the white boy God is looking for, because he'll always invent some new major events. Mm-hmm. Those major events are already here. You see what I'm saying? And we can't just be waiting for black people to rise, because that's another shit too, especially in New York. Right. Black people on the rise. Black people ain't on shit. But getting their ass whipped and going to jail and whatever damn thing. We are on the rise. The conscious community and the ones that we talk about always think that this thing is growing, because we are wrapped into a conscious community. But all you got to do is look at your goddamn family member and know that's some bullshit.
Oh, God.
You understand what I'm saying? Your close friends, and know that them niggas ain't as dead as hell, and know that we're only talking about us. So this is the only people we have to deal with right now. It has nothing to do with the outside, and now at this particular time it don't have nothing to do with time. It has something to do with churning up something and making a bomb now. And also too, it has something to do with it because in actuality I'm like him. Last month or so, I'm like, look, man, what's the damn point? What's the point in living? I mean, yeah, you can make plans, and you can psych yourself out and look forward to some stuff, but you're only looking forward to all the stuff you done had before. But I'm saying ultimately, outside of this knowledge and stuff, what's the doggone point? So that itself, when it gets to that particular level, it is time. The time is at.
Wow. So basically what he's saying is, when you've lived and now you're in, in a repetitive cycle type shit, and you just not satisfied with certain things, it's time to commit your life, the rest of your life or whatever, your energy to personal development, and either sharing it with people, well, basically sharing it with people too, because usually that's how it go. You get it don't matter how you give it out, honestly, because you could be a nigga on the street just walking, and somebody having a bad day, you might give them a, hey man, look this book up, go get this, or you can have my book, or some shit like that. It's some random shit, but he basically saying that commitment to this path, commitment to you elevating. You are a vessel, baby. In this conscious community, you are a vessel in some type of way. Even if you're just an artist, even if you're just like a musician, you feel me? A tarot card reader, a oracle reader, a voodoo practitioner, santeria, something like that. Like, baby, you feel me? Like, pop your mess, pop it off. You feel me? Pop it, pop your shit. You hear me? Pop it. Because somebody needs that. Somebody needs to be awakened. The things that we do as healers, as readers, as spiritual teachers, as shamans, as Reiki practitioners, astrologers, or whatever, we're awakening people to who they truly are. We're awakening them. We're breaking up that societal energy, that shell that is all over a lot of people, and having people stress the fuck out, and them not knowing who they really are, or what they really desire, or what they're really here for. Pop your shit so you can awaken these people, however you do it. And don't take no for an answer. You feel me? Your family gonna try to stop you. Your friends gonna try to stop you. Your co-workers gonna try to stop you. You feel me? Other people in the spiritual community or conscious community are going to try to stop you. Okay? And I wouldn't even say that I would consider myself a part of the spiritual or conscious community. I'm more of a I float from shit. I float. You feel me? Because I like occult shit too. Occult. This is a cult, actually. He's saying a lot about the community. Even though we all are one, but I don't know, cause like it's weird. People are weird without being conscious and with being conscious. So you have to really like have discernment. Okay.
Actually, now I'll tell you how much the time is actually now. By no means that I want to go and. By no means that last week I did a lecture in Harlem, and I knew that I was going to start back on the circuit in February, but I dreaded getting it. I said with any luck, hopefully, I don't have to do this because this shit will all be over. You see what I'm saying? Will all be over. So the time that we're talking about is we're talking about now. We're not going to wait on black people to get no more consciousness, because that ain't happening. Black people ain't going to do shit. You understand what I'm saying? And we even wonder why, and we even have to question why we even have to even talk about the concept of race. Not talking about white people, don't get me wrong now. But the point I'm trying to make is when we talk about this concept of the race, that is a myth.
Is.
All we have is us.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? But it's comforting to know that in actuality, there wasn't nothing but a few of us in the beginning anyway. And all this other stuff is like the vampire thing was saying, you're just a doggone weak genetic strain. And maybe that's why they can't get it. Because it's got something to do with, well, in order to get something, you got to have something.
All right. Whoa, there you go.
You see what I'm saying? You got to have something. You see, and maybe that's why they can't get it.
There you have it, folks. Bobby has spoken. So the whole concept of what he was talking about is about, personal development spiritual-wise, okay? You awakening to the fact that, first off, if you want a better life, you're going to have to be spiritually in tune, okay? Be more abundant spiritually. And what is abundance in spirituality? It's the knowledge you carry, okay? It's applying that knowledge, okay? It's questioning that knowledge at some point, and and sometimes you have to put your own spin on certain things to actually get a grip on things. Because you can have some knowledge, but if you're not applying it and if you don't understand it, then what is it? It's useless. Okay. That's why a lot of people in the conscious community or in spiritual community, they have the knowledge, so they're just regurgitating it to you, but they're not living it. I've been there. I've literally been there. I have no shame in my motherfucking game. You feel me? I've been there plenty of times where I was like, oh, I got this exciting, I want to share it, but it's more personal and more powerful when you actually live it, okay, and experience it or actually put it to the test. And then you can present it to people, and it's like more, I don't know, you feel good about it. You know what I'm saying? Your inside, you feel like, okay, yeah, that I can really share this because I've experienced this. I've got the results from it and shit like that. So basically, understanding that this whole world is a distraction, okay? Especially if you have a passion for something, especially if you want to do something, especially if you want to live a certain way, or just, elevate yourself in some type of way and just make this world yours. You feel me? You're gonna have to get the distractions out your way, okay? You're gonna have to know when things are a distraction. You have to know that there is a playing field, and it's the survival mode. It's the matrix, okay, that is keeping us in this kind of like a net, keeping us controlled, basically. So if you a person like me and don't want to be controlled or don't want to be, in a manipulative type of energy, then you're gonna have to put in the work. Okay, you're gonna have to prove to yourself that you have God's essence within you, that you are God, and anything outside of you does not matter. Okay, until you see the results, then that matters, because you don't put in the motherfucking work. But anything outside of you doesn't matter. Okay, calling on something outside of you isn't the way to go. You have to heal. Okay, you have to put yourself through a lot of dark days and dark nights, and even rejoicing in those dark days and dark nights to take on this healing energy in order to paradigm shift into a better, more experienced spiritual being. Okay, but yeah, I'll see y'all in the next video. I might do another Bobby Hemmitt video, I'm not sure, but please like, share, subscribe, holla at your girl. If you're on Facebook, follow your girl, because I'm gonna start dropping little snippets of shit here and there. I just gotta pick it up, gotta pick up the pieces. Okay, so I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.